Hi YouTube, it's Molly. I'm here for my week 68 and 69 post-op VSG update. So fun story, I don't have a laptop right now and I'm making this on my boyfriend's laptop, and because he's a computer geek, he messes around with all of the settings, and I already made this video once and it was probably like the greatest video I've made in months because I was exhausted. I went on rants about things that it was hilarious. And I don't think I'm hilarious, but that video, it was golden and it has no audio on it. So I'm going to try my best to be just as hilarious and tired as I was before. But unfortunately, I've had a lot of coffee since then. This was one of the things I went on a rant about, actually, was coffee. And VSG Bulldog, I was going to answer your question, but then I decided to answer it in my video that now doesn't have audio. But then I realized that it was completely unrelated to my weekly update. So I'm going to go on a rant about coffee in a separate video. But it'll be coming. God, that's good. I'm a happy Molly. So, weeks 67 and 68, I've moved from Rhode Island to Massachusetts, kind of, sort of. I am kind of still half living in Rhode Island and living at school. So, basically, moral of the story is I've been moving. And I'm still kind of halfway between places, and I don't know if I'm ever going to be, like, fully in one place. So, because it's like I want to be at school and it's more convenient, but I also want to be at home with Matt. And so I'm just kind of trying to get both places to a place where I can kind of be at either and have the basic necessities of everything I need. So it's kind of been, like, a lot of trips back and forth between Rhode Island and Mass, and a lot of trips to Walmart when I realize I don't have things here or I don't have things there, and Matt driving up last night because I forgot I brought all of my uniform for EMS and then didn't have my boots. So it's been crazy running around, and yeah. So I'm back at school, and numbers. I was 193 this morning, kind of half dressed, which is not how I normally do it. So that's not entirely accurate, but I weighed myself when I got up for EMS because I was on an overnight, and I kind of sleep half in uniform when I'm on duty, just because certain pieces of clothing, like my tactical pants with my shears in it, aren't exactly the most cuddly thing to be wearing. Point being, I woke up, I was half dressed, and I weighed at 193, which is a 2 or 3 pounds lower than where I've been hovering for a really, really, really long time. And so I'm happy to see that, and hopefully next week I'll get an official first thing in the morning, haven't drank anything, not wearing much of anything weight, so that it's all consistent there. But I'm happy to see that that's not 195, and hopefully that's not a fluke and all of that good stuff. So I'm happy about that. I'm going to cancel my gym membership, regretfully so. I only had it for a couple of months for while I was in Rhode Island. At this point with school, as much as I would like to go out to a gym to get classes like Zumba and Pilates and all that kind of stuff in, I don't foresee it actually happening. I foresee my gym membership sitting there charging my account every month and never going. It's going to be a miracle if I make it downstairs in this building where they have a tiny room with 3 ellipticals in it, or across campus to the gym. Even that's going to be a big stretch. So not exactly happy about that, but I know even if I kept it, it wouldn't really be doing much of anything for me. So it is what it is. I'm going to try my best to at least make it downstairs, if not across campus, to the gym to lift if I can go downstairs a few days a week to the ellipticals and make it up to the gym, like maybe twice a week to weight train, like I would be super impressed with myself, because per usual, it's like not even a full week into school. I guess it is a full week. But I go to a school that's like all engineering, and it's super funsies. I'm in robotics engineering, and I'm getting a minor in mechanical engineering, and I'm going for my master's in fire protection engineering. So needless to say, if I make it to the gym at all, I will be super proud of myself. But within the past 2 weeks, I've definitely switched over to a little bit more clean eating. I've been disappointed, obviously, if you've been following my videos over the past few months, with how I've been kind of like chilling, kind of lax, like, oh, I'm kind of at my original goal, so I can kind of eat like I'm in maintenance. And the fact of the matter is, I can totally lose more weight, and I have the willpower to do that, and I've just kind of been chilling, eating okay, but not like weight loss okay. So I've definitely been working on cleaning up a lot of my eating, and also on the side, rereading some books that, I had read parts of both Grain Brain and Wheat Belly in the past, but I'm finally sitting down to like read them both from start to finish. And anytime you pick up any of those books, it really makes you want to never touch another carb again. So I think that's kind of helping me switch back into my cleaner eating. But it's making me happy. I feel better about it at the end of the day. And at the same time, to go along with that, for anybody who's on my Facebook, I post a lot of pictures of food. And earlier on in my journey, I would always post collages at the end of the day of like a full day's food. And I haven't done that in a long time, but I've had a lot of requests lately to go back to doing that. So I kind of improved upon just the collages that I was doing in the past. And what I've done is do pictures throughout a whole day, and then also screenshot all of the MyFitnessPal data and throw both the pictures and the MyFitnessPal data up on my blog. So if you go to my blog, the link will be below as always. And if I forget it, it's mollysleeved.wordpress.com. But I'm going to start posting more and more of those. I definitely do know that, seeing one meal here or there might be helpful, but really seeing how a full day works out might give people some more ideas and a little bit more guidance if they need it. So hopefully that'll help. If there's any suggestions, recommendations, whatever, send them my way, send me a message, whatever. There's 3 of them up there now. I'm photoing today, so hopefully, end of the day today or tomorrow there will be another one. I should probably take a selfie with my Starbucks. Momentary YouTube intermission for my enjoyment of coffee. It's delicious. So yeah. So one other thing, kind of a non-scale victory and kind of like not the anti-non-scale victory. I don't even know if that makes any sense. But so I love biking, and I love being outdoors and nature, and irrelevant to my conversation. But I really love doing the rails to trails. And a couple weekends ago, somewhere between my last video and this video, Matt and I went out to Cape Cod with his aunt and uncle, who had like a timeshare on the Cape and wanted to go do the rails to trails on Cape Cod. And I struggle very, very hard biking with other people. If I'm in the lead, I feel pressured by the people behind me. And if I'm behind them, I feel like I'm always trying to catch up, or like they're constantly like looking back to see if I'm okay. And it stresses me out. And it's like, I love biking, and I just doing it with other people. It's just like, I just want to rip my head off. So I've tried so many times, like Matt and I tried biking together all the time, and it just like every time, no matter how we did it, I was just getting aggravated no matter what. And I think part of it was me just not realizing that like I'm at a level of normal people, like not crazy athletic, but not crazy fat. And I can keep up. And even if I can't, anybody might fall behind at certain points. So it's like, when we did this Rails to Trails, it started out that way. And I was just like, I can't do this. Like, his aunt and uncle are here, and I'm getting aggravated, with him and, ultimately kind of them, because they were taking off too. And I felt like, I was trying to keep up, and then they were like, why don't you go first? And I felt like I was holding them back, and I was like starting to hit this wall where I was getting really aggravated with the situation. And it's like, I almost realized that I was almost holding myself back. Like, when I was back behind them, I wasn't biking at a level like if I was biking on my own, just leisurely, I would have been biking faster. And it's like, I was almost holding myself back. And I can't exactly explain why. I kind of got this idea in my head of like, it's still that like fat girl mentality of like, I can't keep up. So I'm like making myself not keep up. I don't know. But biking with people stresses me out. And we did the Cape Cod Rails to Trails, and I was finally like halfway through this able to get over a huge hump and just enjoy myself and not feel pressured, and had an amazing time. And we biked, I think, 17-ish miles. And one thing that Matt and I have been wanting to do is there's a trail from where we live in Rhode Island that's right up by the Massachusetts border all the way down to Providence, and it's about 19 miles, and we've been wanting to do that. So now that I've done the Rails to Trails, the like 16, 17 miles we did, I'm like really excited. And this next weekend, we're going to try to do Woonsocket to Providence, and I'm super excited for that. So it was kind of an interesting non-scale victory, but at the same time, I was like, I kind of realized that I was holding myself back because I was still thinking I was the fat girl when I'm not. I don't really know how to verbalize the thing. But really quickly, in 1 minute before this video has to end, back at school, people are weird. And I'm going to have to do another video about, I discussed this before, like how people treat you differently after you've lost weight, and how it's just really freaking weird. And especially at school, because I've never had close friends at school. Like, I have despised college since I got here, despite the fact that I love my education and I love the program I'm in. I hate the people and the interactions. I've never had any real good friends here. The way that those kinds of people react to my weight loss, it's weird. And every time somebody says something to me here, it's like nails on a chalkboard to me, and they're just saying things. I'm like, would you just shut up? It drives me insane. And I have way more of that to explain than what I just explained in a minute, and people are probably really confused. So I don't know why I started it on that. I will try to make a video that's concisely organizes my thoughts on people making comments about my weight loss. So that's it for this week. I'm going to make a video ranting about coffee right after this, so stay tuned. Have a great day, guys.